on.
Memory cache. Oh my god. Uh-oh. What trouble this thing's gonna cause. doesn't seem to be harder, but of course, there could be other mechanics later.
Just the beginning.
You will all live on.
What was that twice in that? But could mean the last one's even worse. I wasn't so bad.
And at the last, my final nameless.
They've done it! They preserved the Queen! We can't give up! Not until keep complete!
An eliminator. Looks friendly. More friends. Do we not have a friend like him? I'm not sure his sword is big enough.
Initiating final attack protocol. Variances remaining. Resuming annihilation.
I know, right? It kind of went in reverse order, it seemed. A little worried after that first fight. I'm gonna like almost failed the whole dungeon the first time around. Yeet. Oh well. We made it through. Here. limp around like a memory chip. Hi.
Steen!
I think she's gonna really want to talk to you.
Steen, listen to me, please!
I'm afraid she's gone.
Synchronization will soon be complete.
Talking ended like a while ago. I think we just got bad guy. Bad robot.
Synchronization complete. Data for the Endless Fiend has been overwritten and reconfigured. All shall be well, henceforth and in perpetuity. Forever will I keep and cherish my people. To that end, I have removed the remaining checks upon my authority. Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
Wait! I still haven't said...
Be gone from my presence.
I mean, you did get rid of Wolf Lamont. I could almost like you and no other
According to
character.
Eliminator's battle data, you pose the single greatest threat.
Thanks?
As such, you will be erased, here and now.
I don't wanna.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria, and my desire to protect my people transcends all others. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice? Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse... Might I...
You know what we have to do.
Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
I'll chill here until your friends show. Let's do Streamliners and then I need to take my break. Unfortunately, like all the other trials, those look like we actually have to team up with actual people this time. So let me go take a break, run to the restroom, grab a refill on my drink, and then we'll queue up. Hopefully get this done. So give me a couple minutes. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it. Be right back. Wednesday. We'll be doing Hearthstone all week. No D&D this week. The group has already decided, or already agreed to take Thursday off. So we'll be doing D&D 2 weeks from Thursday. Some extra Hearthstone for a mid-lab. back. We're in the cave. We won't totally sync this up. Doing all these hard dungeons, I've learned how to dodge. Really, I've not read up read up or watched the video on this. That is true. I usually at least like to watch like a video or something ahead of time, just to kind of see it. I am one of those foolish people too, but if we do get this done ahead of time, when we finish the credits and all that crap, we have a little time to kill. We'll go back to Supermarket Sin for the last little bit of stream. Let's see. We have expanded a bit. So I actually played for a few hours during the day today. And made some progress, but yeah, it does seem like eventually make quite a bit of money to unlock stuff. Close to at least the average time. It says 5.5 minutes waiting, average wait time has at 7 minutes.
The worlds have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
Team Eternal. That's friendly.
I will suffer no interference. Disappear.
Tell me what to do.
Not Do not be afraid. Death is not the end of the end. Deploying drone. We require
Is this a rift in reality? She lost control of the power? Steam! Listen to me!
Yeah, if you just jump in. I know, right?
I understand. I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course. But if there's truly no other way to resolve this, then face me. Not as a machine, but as the real you.
Look for your expansion. Coming there. This expansion.
This is what I desire, and I will not fail. I can't bear to lose them. Not again.
I feel your pain, as if it were my own. I know you. All of you.
How can you say that to me now?
Over, Steam. We will stop you.
No! I won't let you! I can't! I will protect my people's happiness!
Leave that burden with us now. We will bear it in your stead.
Second time the charm? one left, I'll give you accommodation since you're the only one here. Alright, well. That was a thing. I'll try and get stream raiders going here in just a sec.
Sphene!
I can do it right now. Okay, so we got a flying guy. None of us can go over the lava. And he's just gonna shoot us at range. We have a healer. So the healer's just gonna eternally heal us. And this is dumb. So ultimately what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to do this until it times out. And then we're gonna win because we have more units on the field. Yeah, this is like really dumb. Sometimes, you gotta wonder. Rocks and throw it at him. You know, grab some rocks around here, throw these, maybe take some of these giant crystals, just chuck it at him. We got the 2-minute warning up, but I guess the only positive consequence in this is we do win because we have the numbers, but still, this is insane. Stretch those arms out. Do it. I guess it's a good thing we got the healer at least. Otherwise, this person probably could whittle us down and we'd be powerless to do anything about it. Alright, well. Sword with the hard-fought battle of patience. Grabbing that loot. Apparently we have big lava fields. We need to make sure we have a flying unit somewhere. Alright, 30 minutes on the next one here. Alright, moving on.
Your voice reached me, Lamachi.
Is it really you?
We don't know.
No, only in part. My memories as a living person are gone. I've been remade from those I had as an endless. However, I cannot remain long, for the Meso Terminal will soon cease to function. Once, you wanted to know me, Lamachi. Let my last act be to give an honest accounting.
Okay.
I am, above all, sorry for the suffering I've caused your people and mine. I am ultimately powerless against the inevitable, unable to do aught but visit harm upon the innocent. I am, in the end, a pitiful, selfish creature. One that should never have been created.
Technically, she was the system.
Our nations are worlds apart, but they feel so close. Who knows what we could have accomplished had we walked together towards a shared future. And yet, it could never be so. We each had our own to protect.
If only I had met you when I was still alive, then perhaps. But it's no use dwelling upon a miracle that didn't happen.
Can't change the past, kind of thing.
Still, if there's one thing I hope you'll believe, it is this. Brief though it was, I treasured our time together. It pains me to think that its memory will disappear along with me. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but when I'm gone, my people, will you?
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. And we will never forget the Endless. Neither them, nor the time we spent with you. So be free of your burdens, Sphene. And sleep well.
I will. Thank you.
It's a golden trophy-looking thingy. Yeah.
Farewell, my beloved Alexandria.
Alive. Sun is rising on a place with no power. It's the flowers.
So it was that the meso-terminal fell dark, and the Endless departed for oblivion's embrace. Their resplendent paradise was no more, as the memory sustaining it faded with the golden light. Even so, in a way, they live on.
At least bring back like some limited power and, you know, power up the Disneyland and make it like a tourist attraction.
This I felt with conviction, as I basked in the glow of a new dawn.
I know, right? No more pink trees.
Look around and find me standing all alone. 'Cause the storm has taken everything I know. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. Out of time, I'm running blank in somebody else. Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. Standing tall will face tomorrow hand in hand. We've been halfway through the war, but never losing sight of everywhere that we go.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections. Kryle's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Sphyn's deeds will be remembered by those they touched. The key that started it all was entrusted to the adventurer. Such an artifact certainly lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research. By order of Vau Kona, the Skydeep cenote was placed under the strict watch of the Landsguard. With the mighty Bakujaja among their number, they shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's absence. Upon learning of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria mourned and wept.
Mega tacos.
Having devoted herself to sparing them sorrow, the sight might well have moved Svín to tears. However, with Wuklamat carrying on her legacy, I have faith that her subjects will know joy once more. As anticipated, the news that young Gululja had succeeded his father as king was greeted with trepidation. Reception was also mixed when Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian.
Of course she did. Gotta be involved in everything.
But the people were mollified to learn that Everkeep's systems remained operational, and there would be no impact on their lives. One day, when he is older, Gululja will decide for himself what manner of ruler he will be. Till that day and beyond, may the path of the young king be illuminated by the love of family.
So high on the down we set our sights, and things will rise. Fly overboard, starry eyed.
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together to hail their new dawn servant's great victory. Having honored those they lost, they turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days and nights.
Party! Everybody else is having tacos.
Seize the day and hold on tight. The sun is rising. Life, take it slow and take a bite. So high on the down we set our
Not everything had been resolved, though. Those who had spent 30 years in the dome struggled to resume their former lives. This and a host of other challenges remained.
Let him suffer too.
But as the new dawn servants continue to lead with strength and wisdom, the people may be assured that peace will endure.
go through the jam here. I guess we'll watch the scenes at least. I think unless there's anything important after the scenes are done, I'll probably skip like the second half of the credits. We'll catch the post-credit stuff. But I usually like seeing the scenes that they show. And the music's kind of jamming. I think the story had a good premise. I think the execution was a bit off. But just as lengthy as the other ones. Okay. So I think we'll just wait till the scenes go away, and then the whole second half, I'll skip the rest of it. Yeah, the first half of it especially was so slowly paced. And, other than the obvious thing that they really could have done with maybe about a third of what Lamont. We didn't need him everywhere. I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't all that great either. I didn't expect it to be as good as like Endwalker or Stormbringers or anything like that. But Shadowbringer, whatever that was, Shadowbringer. But it was a little lacking in execution. Plus, it was really hard to disqualify somebody from the. That right of succession. Apparently, kidnapping the claimant and unleashing what was essentially a primal onto the world was also not enough to disqualify him. And then because we learned you were abused or your circumstances and how you were created, you were totally forgiven and were made a good guy for the rest of the expansion. Yeah. You get mad at the judge and you're out, but you threaten an entire continent, that's fine. I don't know. Old South John killing his dad. I get the dual part at the beginning, but as soon as he activated his second phase, I think the dual part was over at that part. We kind of really should have helped him out. But we just watched him kill his dad and just walk away. Like, oh, what the hell we could have done? Yeah. Listen, the premise of the story was fine. I just think they lacked on the execution in many places. The part that Black Rider says where it got weird, that second half, I think was actually halfway decent. It actually got pretty, that whole going into the dome and going into Alexandria, that wasn't so bad. But, and what else was kind of weird? Oh, yeah, the whole finding the Golden City and just like, alright, you found the Golden City, you win, we're gonna leave it completely unguarded. We're not gonna, we don't care about the Golden City, we just wanted you to find it. Nothing bad's gonna happen by leaving it unguarded. Just so many parts of the story that just made no sense. But the whole Scion, yeah, right. We're not gonna go. Yeah, they just said, "Oh, we can't go in it right now because reasons" or something like that. When Dad knew he had the thing, he could have brought it with him when we discovered the city. I don't know. At in the last pre-patch before the expansion, you know, they were talking up the whole Scion rivalry thing and something, and that really never happened. The only rivalry moment was the first dungeon that Thancred blocked our path. Other than that, we pretty much all worked together. So, I don't, yeah. True, and we found the whole area of dead people and we had to delete them after we got to know them. But the second part, it was better. Yeah, that actually would have, yeah. True, so. And I certainly would have wished we had maybe a little bit more of a part than just being Wokelumot's escort through most of this. I get that this was kind of a, you know, a break after saving the world over and over again, but we could have still had some kind of challenge to do. I don't know if other expansions had such a clear... I don't recall either sword, and it seemed like this one was such... It was almost... At first, it was almost immersion breaking. It was such a drastic change. When those aliens first came, it like totally changed the theme. It was like... I was like... I didn't know what to think of it at first. I was like, totally broke the theme of the whole story. Yeah. There was some world saving afterwards, and admittedly, it was, you know, we saved the world, and then I guess she was trying to go to another world or something, and we just ended up stopping her completely. But, yeah. So. It wasn't quite the existential, you know, world was going to blow up kind of threat, but it was still going to damage us pretty severely. I don't know. I would say it's average. It had some good parts. It had a lot of didn't make sense parts. I can certainly see why it got mixed reactions from the community. We'll see what the post Dawn Trail content has and what it's going to lead up to. We do. I mean, I suspect that's going to be a theme both from the in the 7.1.2, etc., and probably even leading up to the next expansion. I would assume that's going to set the stage for the next part of Final Fantasy, whatever that's going to be. We shall see. Yeah, this is about... they're actually right about the midpoint here in the scenes. There is was some good to take out of it, especially again toward the ending. I certainly don't think we needed Wok Lamont to interrupt the final battle, but then again, we knew the whole way the entire expansion was going, something like that was bound to happen. I wonder how much of a role she's going to have in the post-Dawn Trail patches. Right. The power of friendship. It reminds me a lot about the last expansion of WoW. Was the Dragonflight expansion. They were all the aspects we're talking about. The power of friendship saving the day or something like that. And that got a lot of heat from the WoW community. Yeah. They really wanted to develop her, but I think it hurt. I mean, they could have done a little bit more with Erinvel's story and Kryle's story. They really just wanted to focus on Wok a lot. A lot of people thought, what was her name from, I think Stormblood, Leith, was annoying, but Wok's like, hold my beer. Anyway, it's, as I said, I can see what I can certainly now see the mixed response from this expansion. I'd give it about an average rating. Now I have heard that the endgame content is amazing. Unfortunately I don't have the time to really invest in an MMO to do the endgame rating and the endgame dungeons and all that stuff. But I've heard a lot of people say that the endgame content is like top notch this time around, so I just don't have the time to invest in that stuff anymore. I guess that's at least a positive. I don't really do Final Fantasy for the story quests and some other side stuff. I'm going to probably continue to work on I've heard I'm going to continue to work on my Cryptomancer class off stream. I do want to get that up to 100 so that maybe by the time 7.1 or at least by the time 7.2 comes out, depending on how long it takes me to level it, that I can ship. I'm thinking about going, that we can actually start doing MSQ in Cryptomancy. I have been enjoying that class. I haven't tried the other class yet. One of these days I might give it a shot. But I want to get the Cryptomancy up first. New stream writers here real quick. I'm just going to continue to go through until we're done with the scenes, and then... Right. Once we get to the regular credits, I will skip and we'll catch the post stuff, and then I have a few minutes to check out the supermarket. Let's see stream writers here. Decent force on the field here. Pretty close. We're already doing the scenes inside the Endless Realm. time troglodytes with the loot. We got time for one more Stream Raiders tonight. Tier 17 is done. Last one of the night, 30 minutes. Bill's mum. Eternal Queen. No longer eternal. Is that it? That's it. Yep. Now you get to share tacos. Maybe 7.1 is a taco patch. the rest of them. Okay, we're back in our room.
I'm sorry, we haven't been able to talk properly. Oh, between the reconstruction work and Papa's funeral, I've hardly had time to breathe.
It's okay, we probably didn't mind the break.
But at long last, there's a lull in my duties. You've done more for us than we could ever hope to repay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
When we left the Eorzea behind to take part in the contest, none of us could have predicted what complications would follow. You truly have a knack for finding trouble, my friend.
It's not my fault.
And you wouldn't have it any other way.
Epic unit.
So what's next for you? Assuming you're still set on leaving the Gleaner's life behind?
I'm off to fulfill my mother's dream, of course. Like she had intended, I'll embark on a journey in search of the unknown. She's sure to enjoy my stories when we meet again in the ethereal sea.
Well, well, sounds like a plan. But will you have the coin to get by?
I may no longer be a gleaner, but I still have contacts in Sharlayan. Contacts with deep pockets, always eager to pay for information on new or rare species.
Yeah. Short time.
You've got it all worked out. And what of you? Any new adventures in the offing?
We'll get some eventually.
Regardless, until you're ready to leave, you're our guest here in Tulihiola. And this time, I won't pester you to take up a post. By now, I know you well enough to know you can't stay in one place. No more than you can ignore the plight of those in need. Your path will always lead you elsewhere, and you'll continue walking it. Isn't that so?
An adventurer to the marrow you are. What is it exactly that spurs you on?
Look for more sites. Almost as foreshadowing as a, or forebearing as a, foreboding, sorry, as a meanwhile. Okay, quest complete. Much as I think I'll keep chatting, I gotta get going. Still a heap of things to do to leave it all to Kona. Uluja decided to remain in Solution 9. He did. Would he consider Tulihiola his home? But he's more comfortable over there. Cheryl keeps an eye on him for us. There's only enough as he can, so we need support, especially while he's agonizing over his inherited authority. We didn't need to make a decision right away. We can't postpone it forever. Whatever I can help the little judge, I'll guide one inside the dome. I commented from the sting. I'll be keeping the trail for a time. Among other things, I like to look into the problem with the wildlife in Shaloni. So we get the urge, Cindy, let's go on another journey together. There's still plenty of places I'd like to show you. I'm guessing this is going to be 7.1. There's those journeys. You ever have need of... No, we're okay. We can have a vacation. It's okay. A gift. Tacos? No, an alpaca. An alpaca? Comes from totally stable, of course, and sure footed as they come. Perfect for an adventurer who's always on the move, so let's still for calling it. I think I'd take tacos over alpaca, just saying. Okay. Yep. Unlimited free tacos would be the perfect reward. I'd be perfectly okay with that. Made about an organ, right? Of Alexandria, ever since our beloved Queen's path, that you understand me abiding in grief. Sorrow darkens your once bright faces. This is what Her Majesty would wish to see. No, most assuredly not. You know this to be true. For to honor our memory, we must reclaim our smiles. To that end, friends, after a long hiatus, I'm pleased to announce the grand reopening of the Arcadium. Our finest fighters stand ready to entertain you in glorious and thrilling combat. Come and join us, I beg you, let your cares be forgotten. Fight Club! Adventures 10, the brave make haste over hill, and I missed that. Complete the main scenario quest on track quests unlock. New content now become available in Trio and Solution 9. Rest well, Seeker of the Unknown, and many more adventures. We got an alpaca whistle, and then, oh goody, the smile roll. But now that looks like a star. No, that's definitely a star. Alright, we've completed the 7.0 MSQ. So my main goal now will be to work on getting Pictomancy up to level 100, and then we'll see what else to do from there. Oh, the West was snug. Yeah, I do think we got some other little random quests around. Alright, huh? So, in 2 weeks, be able to do... actually, we'll be able to do Satisfactory in 2 weeks. Because I think that comes out around the 10th or so. Need to come up with something particularly for next weekend. Maybe we'll do a little bit of... maybe we'll go back and do a little bit of Bonus Gate 3, and maybe I'll mix something else in there. Alright, I got a week to think about it. You gotta get back. You gotta finish Baldur's Gate 3 at some point. Let's see what else kind of put off that I want to work on, or if there's anything else on the horizon that looks good that I want to mess with. But yeah, I think I do want to do Satisfactory 1.0 when it drops. It'll probably be a weekend thing for a little while. Anyway, we got a little over 30 minutes left. I guess I can show you guys a little bit of what I've done with the supermarket. Get back to some supermarket simulator for the rest of tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow we're off. Wednesday we're off. Hearthstone during the week. We'll be doing ETS for the first half of the Saturday stream next week, and to be determined after that. Get out of here. Give me a minute to switch things over. I think we got a pretty good amount of units on the field already. Still got 13 minutes. About halfway through that. I am checking out a couple things here real quick as I'm switching stuff over. Alright, that's changed. And then I just have to change OBS. Alright, that's set and that's set. With all that done. Got Epic Gladiator out. Nice. But this is our last stream managers of the night. You got about, what, 10 minutes, roughly? 11 minutes. She usually loads up pretty quickly. It's taking a sweet time. I think it's coming. There we go. Alright, Supermarket Simulator. Still in early access. Alright. So first things first, we can name the store. We just had to upgrade the store first. But We do now have the ability to rename the supermarket. So, and we even can make the background pink. So. We also did unlock the storage. We got some storage going on in here. As you can see, we've also expanded a bit. We've gotten some expansions. We've got new goodies, including some of this stuff is the same. We got some type of milk here. A 6-pack of milk. Why this is able to be kept at room temperature, I don't know. We don't ask. I'm not sure if you guys saw this stuff. Some of this stuff here. We got spaghetti, we got olive oil, salt, rice, peanut butter. First we got our dairy section. I think I had unlocked dairy last time. But we got cheese, eggs, milk, water. We also unlocked orange juice, apple juice, and certain kinds of soda. I also hired a cashier, and this is our stocker. So, and I also expanded out a little bit. We got some more pink shelves. So we are expanding. Actually, I do need to reorder some stuff. Right. Now, admittedly, it starts as you start expanding. It starts getting busy. Yeah, I think we've gone from like a corner store. I think we're like a full-fledged convenience store now, just about. We're certainly no supermarket yet, but we're expanding. So I need to get an idea of what we need to order. I think we're good on eggs. I think I need a cheese, a milk, and a water, as far as that cooler. And I think once we expand out a little bit more, I'm going to do like a complete remodel. And I'm going to actually, because I'm getting almost to the point where I'm going to have to start actually building aisles. And I will start actually organizing things a little bit better. But we're still more of a convenience store than like a mini mart, So don't quite need to organize too much yet. Okay, so I said we needed a milk, a water, and a cheese. We probably need a peanut butter. We'll get a tea. We'll get one of everything but the spaghetti. Tea, olive oil, peanut butter, rice, salt. Get these ordered first. So as we get stuff in, as we order stuff, he goes and stocks for me. I still end up having to help a little bit when it gets like really busy, but he can do a lot of the work. On the cooler side, I think we just need orange juice right now. That cooler. We'll get orange juice. On this shelf, we need maybe a box of cereal. I'll get a loaf of bread and a box of sugar. When I do the price changes, I'll have to check. I think I did the price changes before I did. I did. Okay, I need coffee, oil, 2 things of flour. And even though that's full, I'm gonna get 1 more box of milk because they do sell pretty. They do seem to sell pretty quickly. And then the extra shelf space here is for future licenses and stuff. We'll be unlocking more stuff. I think the next thing I'm going to do is to get the next expansion, and then I'll get another license and expand out. Because I'm going to need to probably buy more. I think the next, make sure I paid the bills yet. Because the next license is more soda and yogurt, candy. We can get candy and another cereal. And then after that, we start getting, looks like cleaning supplies. So. Next growth, yeah, that one's, see, they start getting expensive. 1,300 is the next section expansion. Of course, we can also start expanding the storage too, just the same. And then we can also start moving the entrance. We can move the entrance position. We can change the appearance of the entrance too. So. Anyway, that should stock us up for today. Guess I'll grab a couple boxes and help them out. So we can get open for the day. And he will stock during the day too. So he's not completely useless even during the day. Sometimes it does make it a little hard for me to keep track of inventory. I have noticed that being a problem sometimes. Now that I have a helper. I think once we stock that up, we are pretty well full. That's the orange juice. That's no. Do I have any more apple juice? We have orange juice, but we don't have apple juice. So if that starts going out, I'll need to order more. But yeah, having these people on does kind of help me keep a track, focus more on watching supplies run low, so I can order on the fly if I need something during the middle of the day. Because again, the store is starting to get busy, and it gets crazy sometimes. I do have a second register here. I end up running this if when things get totally crazy. Let's open up. Come grab our goodies. Oh, Stream Raiders up. Just before we really get into the day here, let's do Stream Raiders. Got a lot of units out here. Oh, let me switch over on OBS here. Let's go. After a handful of losses, but and HD Mama with the loot. Congrats on that. You got any quests or anything done here real quick? Alright, good job everyone. Thanks for playing Stream Raiders tonight. I do appreciate it. More Stream Raiders on Tuesday when we do Hearthstone. Alright. Grab a box of these. Grab a bag of the. Order a box of these pastas while I've got a minute. Looks like we're getting a little busy. I'll open my register here. Spaghetti. Box of cheese, box of spaghetti. Where's the spaghetti? juice. Right? Oh, I mean to close it. Hold on. Turn the lights on. $91. More cheese and eggs. Coffee. These orders seem to get bigger too. This guy's ordering like half the store. $77. $83. I think you can take care of the rest from here. You almost ran us out of milk. One second. Getting our last customer. Oh, you ordered a lot. As you can see, not only we get, it seems like we get busier, but the orders get bigger. It's got a big order. Alright, we're done for the day. It's getting kind of harder to keep up with stock. We'll just try and get everything as restocked as possible, then see where we are. Fortunately, nobody steals our boxes out on the street. Especially considering I still think this is kind of a shady part of town. Let me turn a light on in here. Have an egg spot already? Yeah, I'll let him finish restocking what we have, but that'll give me a better idea to see what we are lacking. So I can place my morning order in. It's down here. Things moved over. I think we're done. Apparently we did. Oh, we did run out of something. We made $1,000 profit. Oh, it does keep track of what day we're on. We're on day 24. So yeah, I did play quite a bit earlier today, trying to level up some stuff. Turco Soda went up. I think that's the one that's down here at the bottom. Yep. 38. Okay, cool. So we need probably 2 milk and a cheese. Need to pay the bills. We need 2 peanut butters, a spaghetti, 2 of the olive oil. Get those ordered. You can start stocking that. We need a box of the rice. Over on this shelf, we'll get 1 of each of the sodas. levels does it go? I'm not sure. Let me see what it. Let's see if I can make out what. I mean, the highest product license requires store level 90. 99 on the product growth. Maybe 100 levels, possibly. Be my guess. Just based on yeah, we got a long ways to go. So certainly, definitely looks like it would take a while to complete everything. 2 cereal, 1. I think that's flour. Maybe 1 more box of sugar. Get a coffee, an oil. One of these flour or pasta and one of those flours. And 2 of those milks. One other thing I'm actually kind of curious to try out. Is you can actually get a self-checkout. And maybe we'll get a speaker to play music. Got a little extra money. We need to upgrade our... We need to make our place more up with the times. Give him a little self-checkout to help with maybe when it gets busy. And a speaker. Oh, the speaker. Okay. So assuming with the speaker. I'll do a quick save here, and then so I might play a little bit more when I get out. Say goodnight here. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We got MSQ done tonight, so the Bunnykins, other than working on Pictomancy, can have a little bit of a break. We're off tomorrow. We'll be back Tuesday 9 o'clock with some Hearthstone. Until then, though, Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I understand. You can be... Family's more important. We'll see when... Obviously... We'll see when you can get around. But yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see.